I can still see it. Not just one moment, a few of them stacked on top of each other. My dad loved movies. That's where it started. The red Ford truck, tool cabinets on the sides, a farmer's tan, his left arm darker than his right. People thought he was a fireman. The radio, that Jaws 2 ad, hearing it for the first time somewhere in Idaho. That unsettling, familiar music, just the feeling of it playing directly to my subconscious. The drive-in, my parents, my sister, sitting in that brown station wagon watching Blazing Saddles as the sun disappeared behind the screen. My dad laughing at the campfire scene. My mom laughing at his laugh. Fridays, the newspaper laid out on the kitchen bar, on the edge of a bar stool, staring at the ads for what's opening this weekend, trying to piece together entire movies from a single frame. Then the move. A new town. Just the two of us. Middle of summer. No school yet. We went to the movies constantly. 2, sometimes 3 a week. Clearwater Cinemas, June 25th, 1982. A scorching hot day in southeastern Washington. My dad got home early. It was opening day of The Thing. I had just turned 13. We were both excited for some sci-fi horror. I used to read Fangoria, and I had a feeling this wasn't going to be typical. 5 p.m. showing, the main auditorium, almost empty, which felt strange. I remember what my dad was wearing, a thin blue and white checkered work shirt, his boots. He didn't have time to change. A few minutes in, that John Carpenter score, low, pulsing, as they chased the dog across the snow. I remember where we sat, near the back in the middle, the orange and blue fabric on the walls, the smell of stale popcorn. About an hour in, we turned and looked at each other slowly. Norris's head peeled away, hit the floor, sprouted legs, and scurried off. I will never forget the look on my dad's face. Somewhere between amusement, repulsion, and shock, like he was wondering if this was a mistake. I remember all of it, or at least I think I do, because the strange thing about memory is the more you return to it, the less certain it becomes. Or maybe none of that happened the way I think it did. Welcome to The Art of Clarity, a podcast about creativity, the nervous system, and the strange ways the modern world competes for our minds. Years back, I witnessed a hypnosis session that stayed with me. An elderly woman, early 70s, proud, composed, an incredible piano player. The problem was she wouldn't play in front of anyone, not even her family. For over 5 decades, she had only played for herself. She wanted to understand why, so she went back to see if there was a moment where this began. What came up was simple. She was a young girl taking piano lessons with her sister. She loved it. They both did. One afternoon, after a lesson, their mother came to pick them up. They were sitting in the back seat, windows down, listening. The teacher stood just outside. She told the mother the younger sister was doing wonderfully, improving every week. And then she said, "You're wasting your time and your money with your older daughter." That was the moment. Or at least, that's how it had been remembered. Because as she returned to it again, something else was there. Something she had never heard or never held on to. The teacher had also said, "You're wasting your money because your daughter is beyond anything I can teach her. She doesn't read music, but she plays by ear. She's a natural. She's special." Two completely different meanings living inside the same moment. For over 50 years, she carried one version and built a life around it until something shifted. And after that, she couldn't stop playing. Or at least that's how it was remembered. And over time, the memory becomes the truth. There are those who say the best way to preserve a memory is to not remember it. Because each time you do, you're not remembering the event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. That every time you remember something, you are recalling an earlier remembrance of it. We now live in a world of infinite stories, movies, documentaries, podcasts, series, endless episodes, queued up and waiting. And the way we take them in is changing. In the past, there were fewer stories. We shared more of them at the same time. We watched together, and because of that, we remembered together. The same scenes, the same moments, almost in sync. I am your father. The shower scene in Psycho, the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Moments that became shared memory. Now, everything is different. Infinite content, personalized feeds, everyone watching something different at different times. So instead of shared memory, we get fragmentation. We no longer remember together. We remember alone. Fewer anchor points, more isolated worlds. And it's not just personal memory that's shifting, it's shared memory too. There was a time, not that long ago, when memory felt collective. Now it feels scattered. And if memory helps form identity and shared memory helps form culture, what happens when that shared memory disappears? Or maybe none of it was ever about accuracy. I sometimes think about that night, walking back to the car with my dad, not saying much. Both of us just trying to make sense of what we'd just seen. And even that, I wonder how much of it is real and how much of it is just the fragments that stuck in my memory. This is Gary Naccarato, and this has been The Art of Clarity.